Hey guys, what's going on? Say hi to Lily in the background. There she is. I wanted to talk today about if the way that you're setting goals is actually setting you up to fail. The way that you're setting your goals, is it really setting you up to fail? And I think that this is what happens with a lot of us when we're trying to achieve these goals that we have, whether it's, I want to lose a certain amount of weight, or I want to make a certain amount of money, or I want to have this job, this career, or business, relationships. I want to have this relationship, or whatever the goal is. The way that we set our goals, a lot of times, especially if we're not achieving the goals that we set, it's usually because we're setting ourselves up to fail. We're not setting ourselves up to actually achieve the goals. We're setting ourselves up to fail. And what I mean by that is that what happens is that we easily get focused on the outcome that we want, right? We get so focused on, like if I want to lose 30 pounds, then every time I step on the scale, I'm looking to see if I've achieved that goal. And every time I step on that scale and I haven't lost 30 pounds, the problem with focusing on the outcome is that it's a reminder that I failed. And it often is a reminder, it's conscious, but then it gets programmed subconsciously. So every time I step on that scale and I'm not down 30 pounds, it's a reminder that I failed. It is a constant reminder that I have so far to go. I'm not there yet. And then we start to question, is this ever going to happen, right? And we can apply this to any kind of goal we have, whether it's money, relationships, whether it's business, career. This is kind of the problem when we set goals that are based on one specific outcome. I've got to make a certain amount of money this year, and if I don't hit my financial goals, I failed. I have a goal in business. I want this many clients, or my business has to make, this much, or has to be at this level, or whatever it is. And every time I assess where I'm at, or I look at the papers and the charts or whatever, and I'm not there, it's yet another reminder that I failed. I'm failing. I'm not there. I have so far to go, right? This is the problem we have with how we're setting goals. We get too attached to the outcome. So the way I look at it is I've learned there's kind of a principle that I remind myself of, and it is to engage in the process, detach from the outcome. Engage in the process, detach from the outcome. What that means is that instead of focusing on one specific outcome and attaching ourselves to the one outcome that we want, it's more about engaging in the process, doing the things that need to be done consistently that lead to the outcome. But we don't have to measure it by whether or not we achieve that outcome, because if we can engage in the process, if we do the things we need to do consistently that lead to that outcome, we'll get there, right? So we don't have to focus on that. And it changes everything, because now it's not so much either success or failure, right? When we're focused on one particular goal, it's either we've succeeded or we failed. There's like no in between with that. And that's how we look at it. When we start to engage in the process, now it's a lot different, because it's not a success or a fail. It is just a matter of in investing in ourselves, getting ourselves invested in doing the things that are part of the process. It's the process that leads to progress. And if we're making progress, that's actually starts to program our minds for success, because we're not seeing how far we have to go or that we're failing. We're actually seeing that we're getting closer. We can see the steps that we're taking. We see that we're making the progress, right? And it really shifts our whole perspective. And I talked about this yesterday on a video about perspective, and that if we can shift our perspective away from looking at things in a way that does not serve us, and shift our perspective to look at things in a way that does serve us, it changes everything. It changes not only how we think see and feel about ourselves, but it changes the actions that we take, which changes our outcomes anyways. So that's really it. And it's instead of setting goals that are just specifically based on one particular outcome, it's about really, like I said, engage in the process, detach from the outcome. Start to set process-oriented goals, right? Because the process is what leads to progress. And if we keep making progress, eventually we get to the outcome we want anyway. But we don't have to obsess about it. We don't have to stress about it. We don't have to waste our time and energy feeling like we're not good enough, feeling like this is never going to happen, looking at how far we have to go, looking at like, damn, I'm not there yet. I failed again, right? That stuff is never, ever, ever going to serve you in any positive way. It's only going to make you feel bad about yourself. It's going to make you frustrated, angry, depressed, and a whole host of negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that will ultimately derail your efforts anyways. That's when we start giving up. We feel hopeless. So getting away from that and instead starting to understand and participate and engage yourself in the process, right? Get the process down, engage in that process, do it consistently, do it daily, and it'll just start moving in the right direction. It will really, really change not only your perspective, but it'll also change your actions that you take and the outcomes that you get as a result. So hopefully that helped. That's about all I've got for today. If you need any, got any insights or anything from this, if this connected with you in a certain way, let me know. Let me know. If you have any questions, comments, type them in below. Other than that, I'm going to take off for the day. I hope this helped in some way, and have a great, great day. Engage in the process. Detach from the outcome. Take care.